Number 3. Knowledge.
Okay, so knowledge. Japanese people have pretty different knowledge to Western people sometimes, or a lot of times. So it's kind of strange. Like, one thing first about the knowledge is that, well, of course, like there's common knowledge in every civilization or every culture, right? Like there are some things that most Swedes will know about, or some things that most Westerners will know about. And of course there's some things that most Japanese people will know about, but it's like less people who have their own personal knowledge, so to say, that's not like common knowledge. Or at least I think so. I'm not sure, like, I almost never hear anyone talk about like something that only they know about. Unless they've been like studying it at a university or something, but yeah, not like people who just look stuff up themselves and like become interested in stuff. Now I have two theories about this. One is just that people don't look up stuff themselves and don't really care too much about things that other people don't know about. But the other one is like maybe people are a little bit afraid of looking like they're weirdos. So maybe they do like look up stuff they're interested in that most people don't know about. But they don't dare to talk about it because, yeah, they don't want people to think they're strange, right? Or maybe it's a combination of both, I don't know. But like, when I was in Sweden, like, not just Sweden, like Western people, like usually, maybe not everyone, but a lot of people have their like own things, like their own things they're interested in. Which is, yeah, which is kind of like, it gives people like more personality, I think. So, I mean, of course, in the West, there are a lot of things that become like popular and like mainstream, right? But here in Japan, if something is mainstream, everyone likes it. Everyone talks about it, almost. Like, there are very few exceptions. Some people try to be a little bit like, I don't like that, even though everyone likes it. But there are very few people like that. I see it a lot more in Western countries and Sweden, yeah. And also, because they don't speak English, they don't really know, they don't really understand, like, for example, a lot of humor, Western humor, a lot of, like, internet memes and stuff, internet humor. And what's weird also is that some Western movies and, like, series and stuff are very well known and popular in Japan. Like, for example, Aladdin, the movie Aladdin, is very popular here. But for some reason, Hercules, almost no one knows about Hercules. Although they're from the same, like, I think they're from, like, almost the same time, right? Almost the same year. And I think they're about as good as the other one, right? I like Hercules and Aladdin equally. They're probably, like, about the same quality, right? Both movies. Both from Disney. But for some reason, like, everyone knows about Aladdin, but no one knows about Hercules. One thing that shocked me was that no one knew about, or almost no one knows about Lord of the Rings. So I had like a group of 10 adults, all were in their like 30s and 40s. And I asked them, do you know about Lord of the Rings? And they're like, what is Lord of the Rings? I don't know what that is. And two of them were like, oh, I know. One of them actually knew, but the other one was like, is that the one with like the lion and the witch? I'm like, are you talking about Narnia? He's like, yeah, I think that was Narnia. I'm like, oh my god. It's kind of hard, like you can't make any references, for example, with, I don't know, Lord of the Rings, like if you say like, my precious or something, to joke around a little bit, they're like, what is that? I'm like, Lord of the Rings, don't you know? They're like, Lord of the Rings, Rodo Obuzaringu. I've heard about it somewhere, maybe, I don't know. Not really know. Yeah, that's a bit shocking. Everyone knows about Harry Potter though. Harry Potter, everyone knows about. I think it might be like the commercials here in Japan, like things that are shown on commercials become super popular. Like for example, Aladdin had this like live action movie, right? And that one had a lot of commercial here in Japan. I think Japan might be the country in the world where putting your money into commercials is the most, like you get the most out of that as a company. Like if you want to profit as a company in Japan, you have to put a lot of money into commercials, I think, because that's really effective here. Yeah, that's a bit strange to me. So even if you know like the words and how to speak Japanese, it can be hard to speak with Japanese people if you don't really know the culture and what they know about. So yeah, if you come to Japan, be be prepared for that, because they won't understand most of your references and like your jokes and stuff. You gotta adapt. So when I talk with Japanese people, I say jokes that they know about, like movies and I don't know, yeah, references that they know about. They're comedians, or Harry Potter is okay because they know Harry Potter, but you gotta know what things they know about. So well.
Number 4. Convenience.
And so we're at the final and most important part. The convenience of Japan. What I mean by convenience, like first of all, they have convenience stores, which we also do in Sweden, of course. The only difference is, not the only difference, but one of the differences is that they're open 24/7 here in Japan. In Sweden they close at around 10, and I think they open in the morning like around 7 or 8. Maybe? Yeah, I think so, yeah. Yeah, the reason for that is, I think it's because Swedish people are kind of, they don't like to do stuff that is not comfortable, right? So one of those things is working at nighttime, right? If you want to get a Swede to work nighttime, you usually have to pay them like at least 150% of their hourly rate, or maybe even 200%, right? In Japan, though, you can get away with paying your workers like 20 or 30% extra, so 120 or 130% of their hourly rate if they work nighttime, which is why it's possible to do this, I guess. I mean, not even like on the convenience stores, but some supermarkets are open 24/7. Some restaurant like food chains, like fast food restaurants, like have this called a thing called Yoshinoya, which is also open 24/7. And McDonald's as well. McDonald's though in Sweden, I think some McDonald's are open 24/7 actually. But still, there are more places to go to. So even if you're nocturnal and like to be up at night, you can still go get some food and stuff without having to worry too much. Of course, some places are closed to it. And you also have this great thing everywhere that's called a toilet. Yeah, so you can find a toilet anywhere. Like you can use one at the convenience stores. You could go into like a fast food restaurant and use their toilet, although that's a little bit awkward maybe. But yeah, the convenience stores are pretty useful. Yeah, and like there are toilets at the train stations. And the great thing about them is that you don't have to pay any money. In Sweden, you have to pay like, first of all, there ain't a lot of toilets around. But even if you find one, you have to pay like, I don't know, $1 or $2 maybe to go like, yeah, to use the toilet. Which is, I mean, it's not a lot of money. It's not like devastating. but still you kind of like, just to go to the bathroom. If that's the case, I'll just hold it in. So basically what you do in Sweden when you're gonna go to like, yeah, when you're gonna go out like shopping and stuff, you make sure to go to the bathroom before you go. And but you don't need to do that in Japan, which is really nice. So I enjoy going out like shopping and stuff here in Japan a lot more, just because of that reason, yeah. Which is great. Yeah, you also have these vending machines, like they're everywhere, and they're not that expensive. Like in Sweden, if you find a vending machine, which is pretty rare, you can only find them like usually at, I don't know, train stations, occasionally, not like every train station. And even if you do find one, like the prices are just insane. Like a bottle of Coke, I don't know, 50 centiliters of Coke is like, I don't know, $3 maybe? Yeah, $3, right? So it's or maybe it's 2, I don't know, I don't remember. It's pretty expensive, you don't want to buy it, right? But here in Japan you can find it for like $1. So it's half, or maybe, so maybe like half or 1/3 of the price of a vending machine in Sweden, which is and they're everywhere. Like you can find one like literally out in nowhere. Sometimes you find that like in a small village up in the mountains. You're like, oh, a vending machine, how convenient. Okay, so yeah, I was actually gonna do one more difference about morals, but the video is already 20 minutes long, and I'm a bit tired, so I think we'll just finish at that. Well, bye bye.